Good afternoon. Thank you for keeping it TV47. It is time for News Now, where we take a look at what is happening right here and beyond. My name is Alela. We have lots lined up for you. Let's take a look at the highlights. Top on news. President William Ruto attends Cabinet Secretary for Energy Opiyo Wandayi's homecoming in Siaya County. And the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, has confirmed that the strike will still continue as scheduled. This after the Teachers Service Commission's TSC refusal to accept the union's request to halt the ongoing strike.
We want the negotiations to be in trust, good faith, and it must be within the confines of good labor practice.
Reject the new funding model, reject. Comrades, power. Comrades, ria.
Student leaders from the University of Nairobi are now calling on students from other institutions across the country to join a demonstration on September the 2nd to protest the new university funding model.
Come on Monday, we shall engage in a peaceful demonstration and tell the government to listen to our cry.
News Now begins right away. My name is Alela. Now, President William Ruto has dismissed claims by leaders, including Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, that his broad-based government deal was intended to shortchange ODM leader Raila Odinga. The president also announced that his government will then support a new opposition leadership, potentially undermining Kalonzo's plans, who has already declared himself as the new opposition leader. Ruto made the remarks moments ago during the homecoming ceremony of Energy Cabinet Secretary, that is Opiyo Wandayi.
Kuja hapa pia kwa sababu ya mambo ya maendeleo ya Siaya na Kenya. Nyinyi mnajua uamuzi wangu wa kusema ya kwamba imefika wakati wa kuunganisha taifa letu la Kenya beyond tribal divisions, beyond ethnic divisions, beyond party positions, beyond selfish interests of leaders. It is time for us as a nation to unite so that we can unlock the tremendous potential that exists in our nation. And I am very proud, and I am proud of this moment, that we can work together as the people of Kenya. Mimi nataka niwaambie wa Kenya, mbali na changamoto tulizo nazo, beyond the many challenges that we have as a nation, I am a great believer that our challenges are minimal compared to the opportunities that we have as a nation. And it takes the unity of all of us so that we can unlock that great potential and make this country, the country we love called Kenya, a greater nation than what we have today. And therefore, I made a decision that is well thought out, a decision that I am sure is going to change the fortunes of our nation, the decision to unite our country. Na mimi nataka niwaulize wa Kenya wenzangu, yale ambayo yanatugawanya, changamoto tulizo nazo ni ndogo sana tukiangalia na ile opportunity kubwa ambayo iko mbele yetu kama wa Kenya.
And as today marks the 5th day of the teachers' strike, Nairobi County teachers under KUPPET held their demonstrations today after their Secretary General issued a statement that the strike is on until their employer Teachers Service Commission agrees to address their grievances. The Assistant Treasurer, that is Nairobi, Ibrahim Ukumu, said that they will cover and recover all lessons and that learners will then sit the national exam if only TSC gives them a listening ear.
We are here as Nairobi teachers to bring our corporate strike issues and their consequences. Nancy must know that teachers must be respected. Consequences of a teacher earning low salary are low financial ability, burnout, poor relationship at work, inability to get loans to develop self, and increased discipline issues within work because the teacher is stressed and has poor mental health. And that does not just affect the teachers, it also affects the learners. When the teacher is stressed, the teacher cannot manage herself or himself financially. It impacts negatively on the learner, and the learners also lose. Learners, parents, and the whole nation to come out and join teachers in the strike.
If the teachers are motivated, they will actually do a very good work, and the national exam will not be interfered with. So what we are saying is that so long as they listen to the teachers, there will be no problem with the national examination. We will recover, and we'll do the necessary thing to make sure that the national examination is handled well when we are going to be listened to.
In the same breath, Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers KUPPET, Kajiado branch, has continued their protest to press the Ministry of Education to fulfill a previous agreement that they had before teachers returned to school. Led by Zadok Kisienya, Secretary General KUPPET Kajiado County, the teachers said they will not be stopped by the court order and will continue with the strike until their rights are heard.
Wa chama cha KUPPET tukigoma kwa sababu ya yale serikali imetufanyia. Serikali imekataa kutupatia pesa, serikali imekataa kutupatia a serious medical cover, serikali imekataa kupea walimu promotions. KUPPET power! KUPPET power!
Watoto waende nyumbani wafundishwe na ulimwengu. Sisi kama walimu sasa hatuko darasani, na watu wasidanganyika hatu wako darasani. Kwani hazi walimu? Nyinyi ni walimu ama ni mbuzi? Walimu! Sasa tunaambia serikali kwamba sisi hatutakataa kukaa chini na nyinyi. Sisi tuko tayari, lakini nyinyi mnapika sisi chenga, mnapiki sisi chenga.
Kwa hapa mji wa Rongai leo kutangazia kila mtu wa eneo la Kajiado kwamba walimu wote wako nyumbani, kwa sababu hatuwezi kukaa na mwajiri ambaye anatufanya tuwe stagnated for more than 10 years. Walimu oye! Walimu oye!
Yes, still on education and on demos, student leaders from the University of Nairobi are now inviting other students from different institutions in the country to participate in a demonstration on the 2nd of September. The president of the university's student organization, Rocha Mazayo, in a meeting with journalists, indicated that their efforts to reject the new funding model have been in vain, and now they have resorted to taking to the streets.
Please, Mr. President, we are begging you on behalf of all the students, listen to our cry, listen to our voices, and get us on board. To the policemen, on Monday, please, remember we are only students. Please, please, please. This one, we are sending it directly to the AG. We are not culprits. We are not thieves. We are only coming with two things, knowledge and ourselves.
Number one, Mandela said that education is the only weapon that you can equip an African child. And where we stand as students, it isn't even right with our conscience to see ourselves subject incoming first years and second years to a model that isn't really favoring them. The public at large is crying because they've been placed in weird bans and being subjected to pay excessive amount of fees. And with that, as my governor has said here, we have issued a police notice. We brought it on Wednesday, so let no officer say that we didn't notify them. Come on Monday, we shall engage in a peaceful demonstration and tell the government to listen to our cry so that every learner can have a chance to pursue their dreams just as they have done.
Universities in the country are now being encouraged to maximize on generating income by commercializing their research output, a move which will see the institutions not rely much on the exchequer, that is to survive, as the amount of money from the treasury is not enough to run their day-to-day activities. Speaking in Mombasa during the official opening of the Commercial Station or Commercialization and Entrepreneurial Institutions Leaders Summit, Stakeholders in the sector have insisted that universities should respond to the cries of the young people on the lack of employment opportunities by taking a key role in job creation through entrepreneurship.
We as a public sector, and the universities in particular, cannot rely solely on exchequer. Universities the world over are encouraged to generate extra budgetary resources, that is income outside of what's available in the treasury. And we have been encouraging our universities to commercialize their research output.
The 14 of us, the initial 14, are determined to make sure that our students, as they get out of our universities, they are ready for work, not for the jobs, they are ready for work.
We sit together, we discuss these important issues and also discuss way forward and the best ways to make sure we convert these ideas into money.
Through them, the uptake of the same technologies, we are able to create some of the problems that are currently facing our country. One of them being creating job opportunities, particularly for our youth, but more importantly also addressing problems to do with access to healthcare, problems to do with reducing post-harvest losses, to enhance access to food.
All right, away from education, key government leaders, including former Inspector General Japheth Koome, Cabinet Secretary of Interior Kithure Kindiki, have been given 45 days to file a response at the East African Court of Justice following accusations of crimes against humanity during the Gen Z anti-finance protest or finance bill protest. Speaking after presenting an affidavit of service at the East African Court of Justice in Arusha, Bunge la Mwananchi leadership stated that they have confidence in the East African Court of Justice and are hopeful that all victims of police brutality and evictions then will finally be granted justice.
We need peace. In Mero, we need peace. We need a lot of peace. These are the things that have been thrown here. That is Konamoto. Yes, you can touch.
Tumeona mama akiwa amelipa goons. Tumeona our former governor amelipa goons kukuja kudisrupt our peaceful demonstration. Na tunataka kumwambia hivi, hata afanye aje, tutaandamana mpaka aende, lazima aende.
Na hii shida yetu ni kama wakati Senate ilisolve, bado tunaona Governor Kawira Mwangaza ako katika ofisi. Nataka niseme sisi kama Wameru tumechoka. For the last 2 years hakuna development tumepata ndani ya Meru. Tumemuona akipeana ng'ombe, akipeana gumboots ambazo hazitusaidii. Sisi tunasema kama wakazi wa hapa Meru, hatutaulipa ushuru tena. No tax will be collected in Meru until Governor Kawira Mwangaza atoke kwa ofisi.
All right, 4 people, among them a 5-year-old boy, have been killed in Bangali, Tana River County following inter-clan clashes between Orma and Degodia communities. According to Nasir Abdi, the area resident alleged that when the threats were reported, the police took long to respond to the claims, and that by the time police arrived at the scene, the victims had already been killed. Speaking after the burial of the four the leaders, including former Bura Member of Parliament, that is Nur Nasir, condemned the incident, challenging the police and the government to expedite the matter and bring the perpetrators to book.
Sasa polisi tumepeleka report. Hawa sasa ofisa ya polisi ilikuwa anasumbua, kusema kweli jana sisi kabisa amekataa kwenda huko, tumepeleka report. Hata ilikuwa amesema hakuna mafuta kwa gari, mpaka sisi tumetoa mafuta gari mbili. Sasa kuweka mafuta gari mbili amekataa tena kwenda huko. Mpaka saa 11:30 tumekodisha gari ngili proposini tukaenda huko.
So we came here with the families. We tell them for what has happened. We consider it as a very unfortunate incident, and we only tell them.
Matatu operators in the Karen area, Nairobi County, took to the streets to protest after police officers evicted them from the Lang'ata bus stage, despite having a court order allowing them to remain at the station. The operators claimed that the Ngong bus stage, where they are supposed to be relocate to, lacks social amenities such as water supply and toilets, and is also too small. This situation prompted county government officials, police and Matatu stakeholders to hold a one-day meeting to address their grievances. Additionally, Lang'ata Sub-County's Administrator Janet Kimeu promised to work together with the operators to improve their working conditions.
By anyone, sisi tunauliza serikali yetu, kusema ukweli, sisi ni wazazi, mumetupatia notice, mumetufukuza pale kwa barabara. Hapa hatuna stage, hatuna zebra crossing, hatuna bumps. Munataka tuende wapi? Ja, hatuna choo, amtatuchimbia hata choo. Kila siku tunalipa ushuru. Kila siku leo tumepigwa tear gas, kuna wamoja wetu wameumia, wameenda hospitalini, wengine wameshikwa, magari zimeshikwa. Jamani, tunaomba serikali ya Mheshimiwa Bwana Ruto, ulituambia serikali ni ya bottom up, ni ya hustler. Je, sisi ndio mahasla mnatufanyia hivi?
Hii kotoda, tulikuwa na hii kotoda, tukarudi pale. Wakaanza kutupiga na gani na hii tear gas. Unaona pale? Sasa tulilazimishwa kurudisha sangu. Time tulipata hii kotoda, kurudi wapi? Pale. Juu kotoda inasema turudi pale tulikuwa. Unaona sasa kurudi pale wakaanza kutupiga na nini? Na tear gas. Wanafaa kuachilia hiyo gari kwa sababu kitu ya kwanza kotoda tuko nayo. Hata wakisika gari already kotoda ilikuwa imetoka. Ishatoka already.
Na mahali hamjaridhika mkuje kwetu mtuambie. Sawa, sio kuandamana, hiyo itasaidia. Ni mkuje mtuambie tusuluhishe.
The National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, NACADA, has held vigorous campaigns in major trading centers in Narok County. The campaign is aimed at sensitizing people on alcohol and drug, which was led by their director in charge of corporate services at the authority, who is Patrick Obura, who noted that they are working closely with the county governments to contain drugs and substance abuse in the county.
And we recognize the fact that we cannot do that alone. We do that through a multi-agency approach. We work with both national government agencies led by the Ngao network, as well as the county government and CSOs, as well as the faith-based organization. It is against that background that NACADA started engaging the county government of Narok in 2021, working with the county government alcohol control board. We did a research, a survey on the prevalence of alcohol and drug abuse in the county.
I think it's a good opinion for me to mention here that we've been having programs on the ground in all the sub-counties. We've been having public participation from July, inspection, and vetting is ongoing as we speak.
All right, residents of Kisulia village in Kaiti constituency are now living in fear after one of them fell and died in a dangerous crack along the road that connects the village. The deceased is said to have fallen at night as he left the marketplace to go home. Up to now, reports of over 5 individuals falling into the crack have been made, with 2 of them dying and 3 others surviving with injuries. The locals have called on to their governor, Mutula Kilonzo Jr., as well as the area member of parliament, Joshua Kimilu, to repair the road as it poses a great danger to them.
Have a very big concern about this gully which has developed in this corner. We have called the MCA to this point. He promised that he will do something. In fact, he came to the ground with the engineer. They did whatever they did, and action was promised. Up to today, nothing has been done. And now we want to express our concern to the MCA, to our MP and our governor, and the entire government of Kenya. If they really care, they should take action again to guard our people against harm in this gully.
Kuka juzi anaitwa Mwongela Kimeu na sahi yako mochali.
Tafadhali hiyo mambo ya mochari imeletwa na hii shimo. Haingekuwa akungekuwa maiti kwa mtaa. Nalia sana, tuone maana ya kila mtu. Serikali na waomba msikie kilio yetu kama wananchi.
Naomba sana viongozi wetu, manake tuliwapigia kura, manake tuliona mna uwezo. Mfanye jambo la busara, tuwekee gabions hapa. Na manake kumeingia mtu wa kwanza, wa pili ameparalyze. Kuna kijana pia wa pikipiki pia aliingia humo ndani, yupo. Na jambo la mwisho ni kusema kuwa tunaomboleza sana, inauma sana moyoni na tuna uchungu sana moyoni kama wakaaji wa Kisulia.
The county government of Elgeyo Marakwet has initiated a process to improve road conditions in various towns in the county as a way to facilitate the daily activities of residents, particularly athletes who regularly conduct their training on these very roads. Many residents from Iten town, including athletes, have been facing numerous challenges due to poor road conditions in the town. The county's governor, Wesley Rotich, has as well stated that improving infrastructure, including roads, in the county will then significantly help address the challenges that are faced by the residents.
Kuja kuangalia progress ya town yetu ya Iten. Tunaona kazi inaendelea vizuri na tunataka kufungua hii town yetu iendelee kuwa kubwa ili wafanyabiashara wapate mahali mzuri, ili wale training athletes wetu wapate mahali vizuri ya kuishi pia na kutrain, kwa sababu tumesema tunataka tuweke Iten ikuwe destination ya international athletes, local and international athletes kuja kutrain. Tangu nichukue hatamu ya uongozi, tumefanya lami mingi kuliko miaka yote tangu Iten ikuwe town. So this is the highest number of kilometers that we have done, and we are adding another 3 kilometers. So that will open Iten almost everywhere kwa Iten, kwa sababu tunapata pesa ya Kisi program ambayo nilienda kunikaifuatilia, na hiyo pesa ya Kisi program design itakuwa inafanywa in the next 2 or 3 months, and then by January we should be advertising, alafu contractors wanafanya. Na pia tuko na town zingine kama Cheptongei na Chebiemit, lami iko inaendelea kufanywa. So I can tell you that since I took over, lami imekuwa mingi na tutaendelea kuweka mingi through partners na through national government na through partners. Hii town imekuwa na watu wengi wanakuja, wakifika wanasema wacha niende niishi Eldoret ndio nikuwe nafanya kazi hapa, kwa sababu Iten haijaundwa vizuri, matope iko kila mahali. Lakini sasa tukifanya paving, there will be no need for you to go to Eldoret, because sasa unaweza ishi hapa, wanabiashara wanaweza jenga, investors wanaweza kuja kujenga manyumba, kwa sababu Iten sasa is one of the fastest growing towns.
To business now, Jubilee Holdings Limited, JHL, has announced a 21% increase in profit tax, that is PBT, to about 2.9 billion shillings, that is from 2.4 billion registered in July 2023. The increase was primarily driven by the core businesses Life and Health, strong performance riding on improvement in sales, claims control and technology-driven efficiency. As a result, the board of Jubilee Holdings has declared an interim dividend of about 2 per share, or 2 shillings per share, amounting to 145 million Kenya shillings. And of course, this marks the first time since 2021 that the company's earnings were unaffected by the general insurance deal with Allianz. Additionally, the company maintained